Hi. I thought that we could be outside together. Why is this point? Make it more rounded. Um, in here, the rain trickling. So, I didn't turn off the Wi-Fi. Hopefully, the connection is okay. Um, yeah. I think this is the first time since I got the extenders moving outside. I wasn't going to put this on the table. Long time no see, huh? The table. Um, got really distracted. Sorry. Anyway, I thought that we could be outside together. But I put it up on the table because I wanted to be fully comfortable, like to look at you, to see you. This shirt that I have, I really like it, but its sleeves don't go into jackets or coats very easily. It's not that cold. And my hair, my natural insulation is protecting my ears. So don't worry, I'm okay. Like my widow's peak is like so noticeable. Anyway, I wanted to be still out here with you. Then all of a sudden I was sitting here and I felt to talk about something. So I'm going to pray. God, I thank you so much for your love. I thank you for all things you have done, will do, and are doing. Help me to communicate what it is that you've put in my spirit. Amen. Hi. Trying not to let my face look round. When I smile, that happens. I talked to my mom, and she said my paternal grandmother was Christian and also did other stuff. So she was a Christian though. A spiritualist is actually what she said. I don't know. I didn't know her like that, so if that's not correct. Anywho, not what I felt to actually fully talk about, just randomly spitting that out. This book that I've been reading from, it's been challenging for me. It's challenging anytime I read a book that's so firm in a fixed position. Like, here's this, and I talk like this. So let's say I took out my hair clip, right? And this is a brown hair clip, right? It's a brown hair clip. This is kind of silly because this is factual. This is what it is. Everything is factual. This is a good example. Going back, this is a brown clip. Don't tell me otherwise. This is a brown clip. I'll fight you about it. Don't you tell me this is a brown clip. You can't tell me otherwise. I'm a brown clip gal. That's how simple it is, right? Anytime, whatever that is fixed in so fixed in its position, I have a problem with it. Especially when we start pointing to you think this is this. You, not we, not us, right? I don't like that kind of talk because I find that it is alienating. Now, I know that everybody has their own way of communicating, their own way of processing. I know that no matter where you stand out on the line, that You feel fully convicted. I feel fully convicted sometimes, right? But I believe in a certain way to do things. And the thing I have an issue with is I don't know that we fully understand how pervasive our prejudice and racism is. I said our, we, us. There's no them. Oh, they're racist. They're prejudiced. Oh no. We all have it, right? Now, anthropologically speaking, right? There was a time and a place where it was needed to be able to size up, right? Danger, right? Think of an animal. Something new comes in, and an animal will sniff it out, get curious, right? Sometimes they get scared and they react that way. Sometimes they're like, wait, what are you? Smell some more, you know? Get a little bit more intimate with the smelling. So, this has been a real big thing because all these books I read from are not I feel like I should put that up on my channel, like in the description. Unless they're my words. Unless I wrote it. Took part in writing it. Someday, right? Not my words. Not my opinion. Because I really, really, really try not to stand across the street from someone else and point, right? Because it's the same street. We share this street. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are days that I do the exact thing I'm saying I don't want to do and that I don't do because I'm human. But predominantly speaking, I do try to be pretty conscientious because it doesn't matter how justified I can be. I have my own things that have happened in my life. But if I only see my perspective, right? I have known, God, should I talk about this? I've just met a lot of people in my life. And the people of the skin complexion we think, you know, they've never gone through what I've gone through. I grew up poor. I've seen all races. Yeah, that were poor. And guess what? We're all poor. And none of them were treated better than me. No, not where I grew up. We were all equal. We were all treated the same way. Gender stuff. I've known men because of how God has made my path and people just talk to me. I've known men who've been raped by both genders or no gender. I've known men who've been molested. So to think that like men don't go through the same things that we go through is not true. Again, there are the extremes. Again, I'm not saying that like, but there are women who also, like, we can't just be like, oh, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad. Where's the we? Like, where do we meet at? Isn't living a collective experience? Collectively, aren't we experiencing life? That's the real problem I have with continuing. We're at the end almost. But if all we ever see are justifiable reasons to be stuck in our way and to be divided, when do we ever bridge the gap? When do we ever bridge the gap? So, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to say, oh, well, this and that and that. I get it. I have experienced it myself, but I cannot let myself live like that. Now, don't get me wrong. There's times where it's triggered. You know, like, oh, be careful. But as I pardon me, I haven't said it probably a year or two ago. I would tell someone over and over again, evolve, evolve, evolve. God created us to be able to adapt and evolve. Evolve. Let's grow. Let's change. Let's be different. Because I have friends and people that I love dearly from all areas, right? I feel like, there we go. And I would really, I try not to use hate too often, but I would hate if I've made someone that I love feel unwelcomed by something that I've chosen to read. Yeah. So I am glad that it is helping people process. I am glad that for the reminder in the moments of like being still, I am glad again for the showcasing that we can come to God as we are. He doesn't expect perfection. We can be mean, we can be gross, we can be ugly, we can be sad, we can be beautiful, we can be all things to Him. Say it anyway to Him, and He will hear it. He processes it and gets us correct if we need to be corrected. That's what I wanted to say about that. We'll see if I finish it tomorrow. I'm at the end. I'm almost done. And I do believe God wanted me to read it. I don't know what its purpose was. Maybe to show more of myself. I'm not that, which has often been the case. I'm not that. I'm not that either. I think I've shared this before. I can't remember. It's been a long time ago, if I did. When I went to high school, the first high school, because I went to more than one, the first one I went to, people segregated themselves. Every different ethnicity chose to sit at that table. And I got invited to go sit with the Latin people. I said no. There was a table that was a mix of people, and that's where I sat. Yeah. I guess because love to me, Jesus never said, oh, not you. Right? He spoke and used, Paul, the high and mighty. And he used the woman at the well. So, anyway, that's, I guess, what I came to talk about. I don't know. That's not really what I came out to talk about. I came to sit in the rain with you. But I guess it's been itching away at me. And I've been praying, as I've said, I have felt a pause. I felt a pause with writing. Yeah, it's not like a stop, right? Like you just keep feeling a not yet, it's not time yet, don't start again. Don't start that again. Wait a little bit. And so, regarding my poems and the cover songs, but I've been singing, the covers randomly now. But yeah. Well, This is much longer than I thought. Oh my gosh, my alarm's gonna go off. Oh, don't you mess up. I should have turned it off. Well, anyway. It's gonna mess up, so let me just wait because I have to stop this. I'm ready. I'm right here to quit it. Uh I don't want to be in the middle of praying or singing or anything in it.